Welcome to round 2 of the F4 Team Championship presented by ESR from Shanghai Grand Prix Circuit. Famous F1 circuit, and probably the only circuit in China most people can name, to be honest. It's a very
Can
large...
name or pronounce?
You know what? The Chinese tracks are not that hard to pronounce. Like Zhuhai, Macau...
It was a joke, move on.
You cannot joke with me on this. I'm pedantic. Anyways, with me commenting on this high-speed, large, straightaway circuit is Mr. Byron Dirksen. You heard him earlier.
Watermelon!
And we have team captain of Team Castrol, Andy Blade, in the house.
Yeah, let's leave it there. We're not going to talk about Castrol.
I mean, we're going to. They're in this race.
We're more like a privateer team right now.
Oh. I mean, one would think that Castrol would supply enough funds to produce a car that can get to the end of the race.
Yeah, I'm going to have a word with them about that.
Quick rundown of what we're looking at for a grid right now. Vinnie Roberts leads from Mike Stockmill, Eric Friesen, Martin Edmonds, Lachlan Nichols up in 5th place. What alternate reality are we in? Sean Canny, ESR rookie Daniel Hilarities, John Barker, Andy Blade, and Nathan Edward, your top 10 so far. And I think that's more or less where it's settled at, because I don't think anyone else puts up a better lap time from this point onward.
Can we refer to Hilarities as the comedian?
We could. As per usual, you've got your general Exide batteries, Castrol, ST suspensions, Samsung, Boss Racing, 5-way rumble, and it is a Castrol Edge Motorsport on the pole belonging to Vinnie Roberts.
Good job, Vinny.
Exide batteries looking strong, though, with 3 in the top 5.
Boo.
Samsung looking
Since they're
terrible
blue, I have to
with
cheer for
1
them.
guy in the top 10.
They're blue, I probably should cheer for them, although Samsung's kind of green. I do like green better than blue.
We also have blue on our cars, too. It's green and blue.
Ooh. Fucking flip-floppers. Choose a color, man.
Well, none of these cars are all one color.
I'm kind of surprised you're not on that particular team, the car in front of us there, the team that I'm not, what's the black and yellow one?
ST suspension.
Poutine Mobile.
I'm surprised you're not on that team and you didn't pull some strings so you could be on that team.
I didn't have any say on what team I was on.
Because not only is he an unreasonably fervent fan of the Hamilton Tiger Cats, but also has dedicated his entire life to Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh, fuck Ben Roethlisberger. Fuck him hard. Fuck him with a shock pull.
What about the bus?
Love the bus. Got no hate for the bus and Bam Morris. I will say Pittsburgh's had my favorite running backs of all time. Here we go. We're getting ready to get off the line here. And there's contact already.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, God.
Listen, I was not told we would be watching a Will It Blend video.
Richard DeRoche coming out of the pit lane, and that might have been a safe call for him to start from the pits, to be honest.
Yep.
Richard's dog had to be let out, and that was the issue. Oh, a couple of more cars off.
Jesus. I love
carnage,
this is great.
The humanity, more contact.
Like a bunch of rockies.
Oh, Ben Davis has managed to glide up into
blue shells.
7th place. He's making his debut in ESR here today. I forgot he was a rookie, actually. So, welcome aboard, Ben Davis. Welcome aboard, Daniel Hilarities. And we're
Benjamin
going.
David Steen the 14th.
Andy Blade up to 7th place. Andy, at this point in the race, how were you feeling as you're going up the inside of Ben Davis? But you didn't get there.
Davis as fuck. Well, the tires, the brakes cold, so you gotta, be careful.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Start lap and all.
These cars warmed up pretty quickly as far as the tires were concerned.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of, oh god, this could end terribly. Whoa, one of the Exide battery guys is making some aggressive moves. Oh god!
Hello. Listen, I know
More
you guys
carnage.
are very excited, but no humping, all right?
How are all these cars intact after that contact? Formula 4 cars are not known for their durability.
There will be
I was
several
surprised, actually.
There'll be several incidences being examined by the HR department. Severe humping on all cases here.
Serious issues
There
of
is a
sexual
few incidents
harassment.
under review.
I don't doubt it.
Ugh. Wesley Stokes now in 7th place. Where'd you end up, Andy? Okay, you're just behind him. You're still in the mix. In fact, I think that was you going up the inside. Oh, one of the Exide battery cars took a hard hit. Kept going. I think it was Ben Davis who was briefly two-wheeling it.
Welcome to ESR CSI, where we examine all the ballistics.
You could say that the race was rough. Ta-da!
I'll say one thing, I have never sweated so much in a race. Like, I was knackered after this race.
Absolutely. Oh, Yevgeny Lazarenko getting into a little bit of bump in there with Mike Davies, who's coming through the grid. Mike Davies didn't get to put a qualifying lap in, so he started pretty much near the back, and he's up to 11th place for Team Samsung.
Well, and he also had that crazy dive bomb we saw earlier, cut the corner.
Lachlan Nichols is in 2nd place. What parallel universe are we existing in? Oh, and he just went off the track and gave it up to Eric Friesen. There, that's better.
Nothing
that's
wrong
more
with
what I expect.
grind.
3 cars have kind of gotten away at the front. That's Vinnie Roberts, Eric Friesen, and Lachlan Nichols. Andy Blade looking to make a move on John Barker, who's made his way up to 6th place.
Mr. Elbows.
And
He's tough guy gassed.
in behind them is Sean Kenny.
Thought guys were both going sideways.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me the way this race went. Holy moly.
Well, it's just the camera angle looked like there might have been some contact, and then they both started, doing the appropriate turn, but it also looked like they were going to both have to drift around the corner.
That is Mike Stoppmill in the Exide battery car going on the outside of Sean Kenny to take 8th position. So Stoppmill started the race in 2nd, had an accident. I'm not sure what the details of it were. Dropped him back a little bit in the pack to the point where he was fighting with Mike McCracken at one point. And is now back up into the top 10. And looked like one of the Exide cars getting a little bit on the ground there. I think that was Ben Davis. Ben Davis having an interesting debut here. And Mike Stoppmill going down the inside of Andy Blade to take 7th place.
There's just no point in fighting it.
And in behind Andy now is Mike Davies. He's also coming through the grid. We've lost Visar Jacoli at this point. He is down a lap. Also very far off the back, but it appears he is still running, is Dennis Meichner. I wonder if he had to make a pit stop for damage, potentially. As Mike Stoppmill further up is now past John Barker. Mike Davies trying to get past the Castrol captain, Andy Blade. A little bit of contact. A little bit of
racing's Robin's racing.
Not so much in the open wheelers, my friend.
Ah, yeah, it's fun. Keep an eye out.
Oh!
Hey!
No.
That's the driving.
This is the friendliest race ever. They're all waving at the camera.
Mike Davies trying to go down the inside. Looks like he may have got the job done, but he lost the back end there for a moment. He does have it, though. Andy Blade also drops behind Sean Kenny, so I assume you ran quite wide there, Andy.
No, he got in front of me, and when he lost it like that, I had to let off the gas, and then, of course, Sean got through on me, so...
Good job there, but it looks like Andy Blade's back through on Sean. He's got Wesley Stokes also in there for company, and Ben Davis in the Exide Batteries car is also in the mix. And just behind them is one of the Castrol cars of, I believe that is Dominic Dornenberg. He's in the mix. One of the Castrol leaders, if I dare say, Mr. Dornberg.
Yeah, unfortunately he had Wi-Fi issues, so he got disconnected, I think.
He who Dornenberg wins.
Indeed. There's another Castrol car also getting into the mix, or possibly a boss car. Yevgeny Lazarenko. Of course, we do have the problem where the boss and the Castrol cars look very, very similar from the front end. Ben Davis has slid back to 14th place, but one of the bosses is off. That appears to be... Oh, someone is off also in the grass there. One of the Castrol cars, I believe.
That was Dornberg.
That was Dominic Dornenberg, who's dropped down to 22nd place. I believe he is out of the race.
Dominic
John
DeCoco
Barker trying to put the
Dornan.
pressure on Mike Davies. I think this is Davies had just gotten past Barker. Now Barker's trying to make a last-ditch effort, but none to avail. Andy Blade still in 9th place, trailing Wesley Stokes. He's got Sean Kenny and then Martin Edmonds behind him, so he's in an ST suspension train.
This is where I kicked the hornet's nest, I'll tell you.
Is that because you caused the
they are
17
yellow
car
and
pileup
black.
with the yellow guys?
Oh man. And if they'd worked at a team, they would have done a lot better.
Well, ST Suspensions has in the past proven not to be the greatest teamwork team.
I have a question.
Hit me.
Has anybody ever made a first-ditch effort?
I'm sure that there's a first-ditch effort. It's called that suicidal charge down the inside that Lachlan Nichols is famous for.
And what would be a third-ditch effort, really?
At that point, it's when you're in the pit lane and you try to rejoin the track and take the leader out.
It's an admirable goal. It's like, oh, I didn't see you. My bad.
Out front, Vinnie Roberts still leading from Eric Friesen, Lachlan Nichols, Daniel Hilardes, and Mike Stopmill, your top 5. So that is Castrol, Exide, Samsung, and Exide. So 3 Exide cars in the top 5.
Conspiracy.
They are doing quite well here today.
Well, as you notice, we've got 3 cars at the back of the field. 2 are out. Well, 1's out actually at the minute, but all 3 are at the back.
Yeah, it looks like Nathan Edwards has had an incident at some point that has relegated him.
Well,
to
he got
position.
hit on that lap 1. He got a damage to the aero, so he had to pit early.
So he made the pit stop, and I believe the same for Dennis Meichner as well.
And Giacoli, he got hit on that the starting grid, and he got stuck on the grass, couldn't get off. Car wouldn't move.
Some liberally wide lines in that last turn being taken by a couple of racers. Martin Edmonds getting up past Sean Kenny and into the top 10. He is, of course, the ST Suspension team captain. In the meantime, Mike Stopmill has made his way past Daniel Hilardes into 4th position. So Exide now running 2nd, 3rd, and 4th with their 3 cars.
I'm a little disappointed that your boy Bo Stamper's not here. I was going to ask if Bo is short for Beauregard or Bocephus.
I suspect neither, but do comment.
Or perhaps
below about
Beaumont. Could be a Beaumont.
Could be.
Or Bostaff.
Andy Blade getting down the inside of Wesley Stokes.
Oh, yeah, slither on down inside.
But looks like Stokes has got the inside line for the next turn and will retain the position for the time. Oh, little physicality.
Hey!
Yeah, stuff, eh?
Andy Blade always happy to get wide. Up ahead of them, that is the boss car of John Barker. I believe that's the only boss car in the top 10. So the championship-leading boss team having a bit of a rough outing here today.
I blame Travis.
Travis Wallace not being here does definitely hurt the boss team.
Yeah. He instills the fear in the team.
He's actually given up racing and is now a professional manatee wrestler in downtown St. Louis.
Oh boy.
It was a wild night, a lot of booze.
Martin Edmonds looking for a run on Andy Blade. Trying to go around
Good
the
luck with that.
outside into the last turn. I don't think that's really on. Maybe
That's
it is.
not on.
Oh!
Jog on.
Wesley Stokes got wide, so instead of losing a place, Andy Blade up to 8th.
Look at that driving, eh?
That driving by
Wait,
Andy
was that
Blade. Next on championship leader Mike Stopmill's list is teammate Lachlan Nichols. No, pardon, this is Eric Friesen. So Lachlan's gotten past Eric Friesen at some point, and we're once again living in a alternate reality where Lachlan Nichols is a podium contender.
Whoa.
Down the track.
For those wondering
Just
why
because-
I'm so anti-Lachlan Nichols, before this we did a little practice race in the academy, and he tried to take my bumper again. I'm not cool with that.
Just because he's from Papua New Guinea is no need to be racist and angry at him.
Mike Stoffmill makes the move stick into 3rd place there ahead of teammate Eric Friesen, so I would say the Exide boys are doing a masterful job here of dominating proceedings, though Castrol still does have the lead car.
You think
Also,
he was
Lachlan-
pulling team orders?
Lachlan, if you're out there, if you could mail me a cassowary, that'd be cool.
Further back,
Unleash it on the neighbors.
Wesley Stokes has slipped to the back of the ST suspension queue behind Sean Kenny. He's going to try to get around Mr. Kenny into 10th position. So a quick note of the scoring cars right now. For Team Castrol, it's Vinnie Roberts in first place, Andy Blade in 8th place, and then you got to go ways down to
21.
21st with Nathan Edward. I believe Dominic Dornenberg, by the way, has retired from the festivities.
Correctamundo.
Then you have Exide, as we mentioned. They're 2nd through 4th, so they're doing very solid. Samsung, 5th, 6th, and 14th. And then ST Suspensions is that train of 3 in a row there. From 9th place, Martin Edmonds, down to 11th place, Sean Kenny.
Yeah, I'm single-handedly holding him up.
Josiah Jerome working on Mike McGracken, the Samsung versus ST suspension battle here.
You let him go? What were you thinking? Why didn't you block him?
Torpedo!
I am not very stable going into a turn is the answer to the question.
I'm a little disappointed in Sean Kenny. We were supposed to be drinking all night, and he just disappeared. I don't know what the fuck.
What a loser.
He's lost 10th
Probably
place due
passed
to
out
Wesley
right away.
Stokes.
That's scouts.
He probably passed out right away at the mention of alcohol. He just fell over. Super lightweight.
Sean Kenny back to the back of the STQ in 11th position. Still counts. He'll be back to fighting with Wesley Stokes. And again, yeah, this whole fighting between the ST guys is really letting Andy Blade maintain a solid 8th position.
Yeah, they should have taken team orders and, beat me up and gone away with it.
Speaking of potential team orders, Mike Davies catching Daniel Hilarities for 5th position and the top Samsung car in the race.
The man who laughs, Mr. Hilarities.
Indeed. Martin Edmonds going down the inside of Andy Blade. Can he get it done? The answer is no. Andy hangs on for now. Not letting him, sir.
It looked like it might have happened.
It might have happened.
It's not over. It's not over.
Just might have abruptly happened.
I was just having a swig of beer and he took me by surprise.
Use a crazy straw. What's wrong with you?
That's where the beer helmet comes in handy.
Yes, beer helmet. Beer helmet Fridays.
Actually, I highly suggest the beer helmet to any race car driver in general. I mean, you can either have the libations there, or if you're really just not an alcoholic person, I mean, I'm sure they exist. You can just put water up there.
That's correct. I would.
Lame.
I think beer helmet Fridays should now be an institutional kind of thing.
Someone went shooting off into the pits there. Not sure.
That was a little early.
It appears to be John Barker, judging by the fact that he is dropping like a stone. It's a bit early for a fuel stop. I wasn't expecting any fuel stops till around the 40-minute mark. Yeah, here he is in the pit lane.
I wonder if he damaged something or...
He's kind of running on his own, so it just seems a bit weird that he would have damaged something. Mike Davies is in the meantime gone up into 5th position and is now hunting Eric Friesen, the Exide battery car, for 4th position. And ahead of them disappearing is Mike Stockmill and Lachlan Nichols. So Eric Friesen here buying time for his Exide teammates to retain... Oh, hang on, my video's floating.
Why would you do that?
What timestamp are you guys at in the race?
44, 43, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54. Let me know when you want me to stop counting. I can do this.
What are you at now?
All day.
43, 42.
41, 40,
43, 42.
39.
So I'm 4 seconds behind. There, I'm on you.
3, 35.
He's on the pace, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I'm not. I went too far.
This time you have gone too far.
43. Give me a count.
43, 22, 1, 0, 19, 18, 17, 16,
You're gonna miss it.
15. Oh my god.
Tell me when you hit
everything died.
42.53 and I'll press play.
Well, that seems fair and just. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have Andy Blade currently being sodomized by 3 different cars. And, sorry, what was
Does
your
that
timestamp?
mean that we hit
Get ready, Mike.
42.53?
Get ready. Get ready.
1, go!
Now.
All right, now I'm at 42.40 because I thought we were going already.
What the fuck are you doing?
Say go when you hit 42.40.
I would, but you seem to have gone already. And now
go.
it's totally go.
All right, now we're
And
on
Martin
the same.
Edmonds currently absolutely ruining everybody's life.
3 angry wasps, 3 hornets, 3 wasps, whatever you want to call them, are on the ass of Andy Blade's Castrol car.
They're not bees because bees are nice. Wasps are
Yeah,
ass.
they're definitely not
bees have to
nice.
be annoyed before they attack. This is more of a predatory thing.
We should definitely change the name to Team Wasp.
I really could have done with some backup.
Well, the nearest car to you that's on your team is in 21st position.
Actually, the nearest is Vinny, but
Well, yeah,
call the
I
leader
meant
back.
behind you.
yeah. But this battle, it went on the whole race with that team.
Indeed, I can definitely see that.
Oh my god, that's what wore me out, I think.
Eric
Just
Friesen
no
seems
time
to have
relax.
gotten a little bit of separation from Mike Davies, so that's good news for the Exide boys. And Mike Stoffmill is now... Mike Stoffmill would like to be team captain and team leader, Mr. Lachlan Nichols. If you could kindly get out of the way.
Well,
Well, maybe he should be on the radio saying, "Get him away."
I'm sure he would.
Well, did you guys not have separate rooms for teams?
We did. We do.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't have any explanation. Maybe he's just drafting.
This is a ridiculously long straightaway where the draft is kind of key.
You're ridiculously long straightaway.
Down the inside goes Mike Stoffmill into second place. I suppose we should go through the pit stop. My God, Lachlan Nichols lost a lot of time there. What the hell? Anyways, back to the Hornets trailing Andy Blade.
They're gonna sting your ass.
We should, I suppose, go briefly over the pit stop considerations of this race. This is a 60-minute race with a tank of fuel lasting you about 20 minutes. So you'll probably have to pit twice to make it full distance.
Ah,
I would concur.
I don't believe anyone made
Wouldn't
less
that be
than that.
3 times?
Little. No, because you
Listen,
start.
I'm shitty. I am the worst at math, but 20 into 60 is 3.
Correct, but you got to
start
remember
with a
that you
full
start
tank.
on a full tank.
Come on, stay with us.
But you said a full tank was 20 minutes.
Yeah, so you go the first 20 minutes on your starting tank, pit at 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah,
go
never
to
mind.
40
Okay.
minutes, and pit again.
Listen,
And then you're gonna
listen. Just because you're technically correct.
You've been
Doesn't
playing
make
with
me any
watermelons
less
too
awesome.
much.
Sorry, I'm a little shell shocked. All right.
He's a little Malone shot.
I got Malone all over myself. You can read into anything into that you want. Actually, that's not true. I had a shower. I had watermelon in my beard. I had to clean the sunglasses. My everything I was wearing is going in the wash.
Speaking of pit stops, oh God, one of the Martin Edmonds taking a ride over the sand there. So
If
Andy,
you're not sure what the fuck I'm talking about, check out the link to my video in the description.
Yeah.
Hey.
The pressure is significantly evened up on you, Andy. It's now just Sean Kenny. As Wesley Stokes has hit the pit lane, we are at the pit stop time, so I'm just trying to guess who's probably been in. I believe Wesley Stokes has been in, Ben Davis. It looks like John Peach is in the pits as we speak, taking on fuel.
Isn't he just a peach?
Is just a peach.
Oh, Yevgeny is racing
And it
today. I
looks
did
like,
not know this.
Yeah,
Yevgeny.
Evgeny Lazarenko's pit in the race today, and also Dennis Meissner, I believe, is down in the pit lane.
Yevgeny the Laser Lazarenko.
Currently running in 10th place, although it is inherited 10th from some people pitting, so he will be a little bit further back in the order. Mike Davies and the 2 lead Exide cars are in. That is, of course,
Speed in.
speeding in the pit lane for John Peach. That will cost him a drive-through penalty. Daniel Hilardes is in the pit lane as well. Mike Stoffmill is in the pit lane. Looks like Lachlan Nichols continued on for another lap. He has taken over the lead. Vinnie Roberts has been into the pit lane and out as well. In fact, looks like pretty much everybody's coming in, so we'll let these sort themselves out and see what we can make happen. There is Sean Kenny in the pit lane.
Well, and again, once those tires go off, like there's just no grip. You're going to lose so much time. It's a fine line to get in and get new tires and out again.
Mike
quick.
Stopmill has jumped Vinnie Roberts and in the pit lane, so Castrol's lost the lead.
Nothing new there.
Exide
Good
Batteries
job,
now
Vinny.
on top. Mike Davies exits the pit lane in 6th position, so he had a bad pit stop, losing spots to Jesse Hampton. Has Jesse not pitted?
What?
Jesse Hampton's in 6th place.
The absolute madman.
I think he's running an electric motor in that, so he's
He
probably
did.
good for
He
a
did
bit.
this at Chang, if I recall correctly, where he went deeper than anyone else did on the fuel gauge.
What a
so,
guy, eh?
So Team Boss definitely needs to be asking Jesse Hampton what's his fuel strategy, because he's getting great mileage.
Probably got to turn up the engine mode to 10. He's probably on 3 or something.
Well, he's in
It'd be
6th place
interesting to
right
have
now,
him
fighting
and
with Mike
Jorgen
Gate.
Walby. Mike McGracken, you
another
dirty
bad
Leading
whore.
in the pit lane.
Cheating
You
bastard.
evil fuck.
I forgot which button I had.
Unforgivable.
I like the shame pop-up.
Unforgivable.
I forgot which button my pit lane speed limiter was.
We will have to have you sent to The Hague for immediate trial.
Now, what I want to know is, Michael, was you being chased into the pits by Lachlan Nichols, and you thought, fuck it, I'm going to speed through so he can't get
No,
my bumper again?
Lachlan was unfortunately up there fighting for a podium. I can't use him as excuse.
I just thought maybe that was it.
That being said, I mean, I do suffer significant PTSD when it comes to pit stops. I just
Does
instantly
Lachlan
look for
owe
the
you like a
Australian
nickel every
flag.
time you race?
Every time I race, I'm like, where's Lachlan? Going into the pit lane, where's Lachlan?
Oh my god! There he is.
It's your boy, Vincenzo Roberto.
Vinnie Roberts up on the back of Mike Stockmill, Eric Friesen, Daniel Hilardes. Lachlan Nichols had a pretty bad pit stop, actually. Dropped down 2 positions by the looks of it, down to 5th.
It's nice to see somebody challenging Mike Stockmill, actually.
Yeah, Vinnie Roberts had really good pace here.
Well, he is fast, we know that.
And further back, I think Mike Davies may have also had something for him if he hadn't had to start at the back. But, do what you can, I guess.
So you
Eric
can.
Friesen, Daniel Hilardes, Lachlan Nichols, Mike Davies, the yet-to-pit Jesse Hampton, we think. John Barker, Wesley Stokes, Sean Kenny. That's your top 10. Andy has been shuffled backwards, it appears.
I'm in the top 10, check it out.
Wow, that's because it looks like Wesley just went off the track.
Wasn't me. Or was it?
I don't know. Maybe it was.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
All right, so quick team updates. Although, keep in mind, Jesse Hampton has yet to pit, so the standings are not 100% reflective of things. Exide Batteries, 1st, 3rd, and 5th. Vinnie Roberts is in 2nd for Team Castrol, followed by Andy Blade in 10th and Nathan Edward in 20th. That's a little less than ideal. Oh, there's Andy Blade fighting with the Wasps again.
Look at him. I need a big swatter or something. I could just should.
John Kenny in front of him, Martin Edmonds behind him, and Wesley Stokes is the 4th car in the order. Team Boss. Team Boss, Jesse Hampton leading the way in 7th place ahead of John Barker in 8th. And who is the next boss car? I believe it's Yevgeny Lazarenko down in 15th position.
It is Boss Hog.
And then, of course, the ST Swarm here is the makeup of their scoring cars. Andy Blade getting roughed up a little bit again.
Oh my goodness.
And returning the favor a little bit.
Mirrors?
Things getting physical between ST and Castrol.
I think I've seen this scene on the internets. Possibly on Pornhub.
Might have been on Pornhub. Might have been on something kinkier. And the last team, of course, we have to bring up is, of course, Samsung, which has Daniel Hilardes in 4th place, Mike Davies in 6th, and Richard DeRoche in 16th place are the scoring cars for them due to Mike McGracken's drive-through penalty.
Listen, if we got a team boss, can we have, like, Team Duke Boys?
Oh, Lachlan chasing the bumper again, look.
Lachlan Nichols going through on Daniel Hilardes. Can he make it stick? The Australian is really at home in these F4 cars.
It seems so.
Little minor contact there with Hilardes as it goes by. And taking
Lachlan
fourth
the
place.
bumper humper Nichols.
So that means Exide now first, third, and fourth. Jesse Hampton is still in seventh, so he is yet to pit still.
How is he doing this?
He's gone to
Magic.
the 33-minute mark of this race. He has gotten... We were saying how you get about 20 minutes out of a gas tank. He's gotten 27 minutes out of that gas tank.
Unbelievable.
Can he make it on one stop?
Can he make it without a stop?
Definitely can't make it without a stop. That's impossible.
Can he make it on less than 17 stops?
Ooh, there's a bit of fight going on for night. Ooh, yeah.
I don't think the fight for ninth ever stopped.
No.
Andy Blade now trailing Martin Edmonds with Wesley Stokes behind him, and Sean Kenny is now at the back of the order.
Wesley, lock on photon torpedoes and fire.
Up ahead of them are the two boss cars of Jesse Hampton and John Barker. Doesn't look like Jesse's going particularly fast, but he also didn't have particularly great speed in qualifying, so... I don't know. I'm waiting to see
Maybe
when he
he's
goes to the pit
cruising.
lane.
Fuel saving.
Well, I mean, the other thing maybe happened, did he perhaps go for an early pit stop that we missed that fueled him up with like a short fuel fill-up? Because he had a lot of fuel left over, maybe going in for some damage repair?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't remember.
Because we do know that Dennis Meissner, for example, and Nathan Edward both were in the pits, so they theoretically are off sequence with everybody else. Maybe Jesse's just in the same boat.
It's good to not be a sheep. Somebody shot in the pits then.
Yeah,
know who it was.
I think that's Jesse Hampton. No, it's not Jesse. It's
Oh,
John Barker.
then.
And Jesse's in. Jesse's in as well. So Barker and Hampton in. So both of them are off sequence. Not really sure what was with Barker getting off sequence. He kind of went into like 4 minutes early, theoretically for some damage, or he just had to pit
Please
that much
post
early.
in the comments. What the
That
fuck
would be
you were thinking?
that would be interesting if Jesse Hampton was getting the best fuel mileage and teammate John Barker was getting the worst fuel mileage. In the meantime,
strategy.
the swarm is still on Andy Blade's tail now for 7th place with the two boss cars out of the way.
I'm really thinking of bringing a lawsuit against them for harassment.
Sexual or
Oh!
otherwise.
You got harpooned hard by Wesley Stokes.
Yeah. These boys were playing mean, rough.
Stokes is ahead of you. Sean Kenny's ahead of you. There's Martin Evans going exceedingly wide.
The theme just slid right off.
My goodness, too much gravy on the curves there.
They couldn't take the pressure. We cracked it finally.
Well, I mean, we're 10 minutes.
May have used the duck fat.
You got to remember that set of tires on Martin's car. They're 10 minutes old, which is not long for us, but for Martin, that's 20 minutes easily.
At least.
He's probably down to about 33% tire life.
It gave me a bit of breathing room, I'll tell you.
He's now behind Josiah Giron and Yevgeny Lazarenko and Richard DeRoche.
I just think it's amazing how Martin can keep up the position he has in this race after having to pit 18 times in the last 20 minutes for tires. Truly amazing.
So now Andy is
salute you,
on
sir.
the chase against the Wasps. Wesley Stokes
Dude, you
at
just
7,
can't call
Sean
people
Kenny
wasps
at 8.
like that.
I can and will.
I mean, that's fair. We don't have any Italian drivers, do we?
If this pit stop strategy doesn't work out for Barker and Hampton, Team Boss is in really rough shape right now because their lead car's in 12th. It's Yevgeny
I blame
Lazarenko.
Travis.
Indeed,
It's all
no Travis
Travis's
Walls.
fault.
Yeah. It's like Ben Davis having some connection issues as he's going all over the place.
I mean, Travis could have been on the team radio, even from the beach, right? And been calling it.
Yep.
Could have been given some
With his
directions.
quality telephone interface.
One of the Wasps off. I think that was John Peachy getting out of the way, actually.
Yeah, I believe it was, yeah.
Flag.
I remember coming up behind him. He did a good job.
He did a good job not playing the team game and blocking you.
Oh, yeah.
Sean
Could
Kenny
hurt
and Wesley
his own
Stokes.
teammates,
If I was on ST suspensions, I would be telling them to sort out which one of them is faster and to just get away because they are being hunted by the blade.
Well, if I was on the radio and it was my team, I would have been saying whoever is the quicker, just go for it. I won't attack, and I would have been the rear guard, and let the other driver get away a bit.
Absolutely.
So you see them fighting each other here.
Yeah, because it's clear that Sean Kenny's looking to get past Wesley Stokes. Even topped him in the back end there.
And I'm just like, yum, yum, yum.
And that's going to open the door for Andy Blade to take 8th place off of Mr. Kenny. Maybe. No, that's going to turn into the inside line for there. And through the sweeper into the straightaway. So if you can suck up behind him.
I can suck up.
A totally unsexual manner. You can have a shot into turn 14.
They're trying to play mind games with me, wiggling around.
Indeed. Well, I think they're trying to attack each other is more the problem. Indeed, Sean trying to go down the inside to defend. You go around the outside of turn 14 and get the position. Andy Blade up into 8th position. Quick rundown of the standings. Mike Stockmill leads from Vinnie Roberts, Eric Friesen, Mike Davies, Lachlan Nichols, Daniel Hillardes, Wesley Stokes, Andy Blade, Sean Kenny, and Josiah Jerome. There is, of course, some questions as to where John Barker and Jesse Hampton fit into this. They're on alternate pit lane strategies, which could make things interesting, depending on how that pans out. Andy Blade going down the inside of Wesley Stokes into the corkscrew. Gets the job done.
Styling. That's
7th place
right
for the Castrol team captain, but not team leader.
Now, what point do you totally spin out and blow the whole thing?
You'll have to wait and see.
Okay.
No spoilers.
Anticipation. It's foreshadow.
It's killing me.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Wondering what happened to Ben Davis, because he's running on the back of everybody now in 21st position. Looks like he's had to make an extra pit stop, perhaps. Maybe he's on an alternate strategy when it comes to the fuel, and I would suggest it's not working out for him.
Or maybe he's just lost the plot. Who knows? Like, why am I here? Why am I racing?
Could be. He looks like a solid addition to the academy. I'm looking forward to
He is
seeing what
actually
he can
joking
do.
about, yeah. Yeah, it should be fun.
Get ready for the Academy BMW 320 or 235i's, everybody. It's gonna be exciting. We did a practice race. It was great. Everyone was super close together. There was some great racing. There was some sloppy racing as well. I can point your fingers on the broadcast.
I did notice some of that. Duly noted.
Wesley Stokes getting by Sean Kenny back into 8th position once again. We're about 5 minutes and change away from the second pit stops kicking off. So it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out.
You're going to shake it off?
Shake it off. Got good news for you
give you
there.
a bit of
Got good
advice,
news
though.
for Team Castrol there, Andy.
What's that?
Nathan Edwards is up to 19th position.
Ha-cha-cha.
Right on.
He is from Stoke upon London upon Trent upon Tyne, but we
Correct.
don't hold that against him.
Sean Kenny at the back of this. Of course, reigning GT2 champion in ESR, Sean Kenny. Putting the pressure on teammate Wesley Stokes and on Andy Blade. Can they get past the team captain? They were both ahead of him, couldn't get their shit together, and it's allowed Andy Blade back past. So they need to get their shit.
Feel the stress.
They need to get their shit, put it in a backpack, and do something with it.
Take it to a shit museum.
Stop flinging it.
Wesley Stokes has made a mistake there. That's going to let Sean Kenny back past for the SD Suspensions crew, which is not really doing this team any favors right now.
I hope this trend continues.
Indeed. Say it looked like somebody moved there, but I'm not entirely sure what happened. Looks like there's a good battle going on between Richard DeRoche and the boss leader, Yevgeny Lazarenko. DeRoche's got the move done for 11th place. That's more points for Samsung, who are looking to have a nice rebound after having just one scoring car in Chang. And they have 4 running right now, so it's much better.
That's how I thought it was going to pan out for us. But not so much.
Well, I mean, you could be Team Samsung, which is, we still have 2 drivers who haven't made a single race. Shout out to Darcy Parkinson and Gideon Schultz. Get your shit together and get on the track.
Or else.
It's not really anywhere else. Sean Kenny looking to physically remove Andy Blade from the 7th position. Andy, once again, doing a great job here, although you're not leading your division for a change. That privilege goes to Lachlan Nichols up in 5th position.
Yeah, well, couldn't do much about that today.
Lachlan definitely with an affinity for the F4s, and the SD suspension boys are coming on strong once again. Kenny and Stokes trying to work their magic on Andy Blade or each other, and they almost collided again.
I myself am totally stoked.
Whoa! That was a hell of car control there by Sean Kenny down the inside. Kenny still hanging on to 8th place. He is the top ST suspension guy, followed by Stokes and Josiah Jerome.
I would like to know if Josiah Jerome's middle name is Jermaine, because if he's Triple J, that would be awesome.
Josiah Jonah Jerome.
Jonah's not bad. I mean, he is from an island nation. He might need to, rely on some whales.
Some whales for some transportation.
Among other things.
You didn't expect us to get biblical here, but we did.
What? I don't understand. That's not in the Quran.
Daniel Hillardy's on the tail of Lachlan Nichols.
You think there's a star formation out there called the Hilarities?
Probably.
Is it near the Pleiades?
Could be. Really solid day for Exide Batteries, who had a bit of an underwhelming Chang. I believe they only had 2 cars on the track that day. Did take a double podium, so when we're talking about disappointing days, I guess there's a scale on that matter. But having a real good day with the addition of Lachlan Nichols, and I think Ben Davis will be a guy to look forward to as well. He's not having a great day today. Looks like he might even be out of the race, down 2 laps. But definitely a solid one. Sean Kenny looking down the inside of turn 14 on Andy Blade. Did he get it done? He got it done. That's 7th place for the ST suspension car. We should be seeing some pit lane action shortly. We're at 2038. So I would imagine next time around you'll see a couple of cars take their run into the pit lane to get the fuel that
Vinny's
will take
in
them
already.
to the end. Indeed, yeah, I see that. Vinny Robertson in early. He was one of the early ones last time as well, so that makes sense.
I think he was trying for track position.
Could be. Where you come out of the pits is kind of key. I mean, if you come out in the middle of this beehive fight between Andy Blade and ST suspension, it's not a great place to come out.
Sideswipe. In my mind, I have this cartoon thing where you come out of the pits, immediately sideswipe Andy off the track, and then you're just stuck in his spot.
Andy Blade, by the way, working on Sean Kenny once again, and Wesley Stokes has dropped off the fight for now, leaving it a bit of a mano between Kenny and Blade, the 2 ESR veterans.
Or if you are Mr. Enrique Hervas, it is mano y mano.
And he's got it done again.
Done again, taking advantage of a Sean Kenny mistake to take 6th place. This is a, in theory, temporary 6th place. Vinny Roberts has come out 9th, so you're definitely not likely to be able to beat him after your pit stop. In fact, we're coming towards where the pit stop should start to happen. Let's see who takes a dive down into the pits this time around. We're riding with Daniel Hillardy's, who's putting the pressure on Lachlan Nichols, and now Sean Kenny trying to get back past Andy Blade.
Yeah, it's getting fucking old, this battle.
There's in behind Wesley Stokes is the Castrol car of Vinny Roberts, 9th place after making his pit stop. He is in theory fueled to the end. Andy Blade with a mistake there.
Well, the tires have gone right, so I hope they'll be quick.
Kenny going down
One
the
half
lane. Nope,
of Vinny
Kenny's going to go take another lap. Andy Blade's taking another lap as well, so it doesn't look like anyone in the top 7 pitted this lap, although...
Someone's just gone in.
Looks like Wesley Stokes has disappeared, so... Oh, Eric Friesen went in. So one of the Exide battery cars is in the pit lane. And Wesley Stokes.
Andy, can you confirm or deny that this is an early victory lap on your behalf?
I wish.
Sean Canny now fighting with Andy Blade over 5th position. Ahead of them is an Exide battery car.
Stop me. No.
Mike Stopmill?
Yeah.
Stopmill may have been in the pits and out.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, Mike Stopmill. And there is also a lapped boss car, it looks like. Not sure who that would be.
That would be Dennis Miser, I think.
Probably Dennis Meisner. Yeah. Makes sense.
Who's Jesse out?
Jesse Hampton has gotten past Yevgeny Lazarenko. He is now the top boss car.
Eco-friendly racer.
Yeah, but it's a bit weird as to whether what he can do in terms of fuel, because of course he's on an alternate strategy to everyone else, it seems. Andy Blade still up in behind Sean Kenny, and ahead of them is Mike Stopmill, who's been in and out of the pits for the second time, and should be fueled to the end. Random cut
my
over
goodness,
to
it's your
Mike
hero and
McGracken.
M squared.
Something special. No.
Yeah, I don't know why we're here.
Michael Manchester McGrackenheimer.
It's your 60 seconds of fame, mate.
I'm very much on my own at this point.
Look at that farm! Look at this farm! Look at the fucking parts flying off and the smoke from the tires. And then there's Andy. He's just kind of boring, sitting in the middle of a pack.
Dude, fuck all.
What a dick.
Andy Blade trying desperately to get the pressure. At this point, I would just pit if I were you, just to get away from Vinnie Roberts coming through.
Andrew Scousmouth Blade.
Is this the time? It is. Sean Kenny and Andy Blade both on pit row. Daniel Hilardes is in as well. Lachlan Nichols is in the pit lane. So this looks like the mass pit lane are here. We'll see who stays out. We know Vinnie Roberts and Mike Stopmill will, because they'd already pitted.
Whoa! What kind of no-clip hacks are you running here, sir?
Sean Kenny going to the furthest box down the pit lane. We ride with Eric Friesen, who retakes 3rd place. He had been into the pits earlier on. And looks like Mike Davies is in, Hilardes is in, Nichols, Kenny, Blade, Jerome, maybe Edmonds. Lachlan Nichols rejoins in 6th place behind Daniel Hilardes, who got the better of the pit stop duel there. And up into 7th goes Jesse Hampton.
Hamtown Racers sing this song, doo-dah, doo-dah. Doo-dah.
So we believe Stopmill, Roberts, Friesen, Davies, Hilardes, Nichols, Kenny, Blade, and Stokes in the top 10 are all fueled to the end. We don't know about Jesse Hampton.
Oh, we just know about Jesse, period.
Some shuffling going on, so someone in the pit lane. I believe Mike McGracken making his pit stop along with James Boutelier. Don't believe we've said much about James Butler here today.
I was going to say, I forgot he was even racing in it.
Well, I mean, he's very surreptitious. He's usually in the background buttling.
Martin Edmonds in a battle with Richard Daroche.
I believe Juan Boutelier to be a very subdued gentleman who isn't really interested in all the fanfare, I say what. Piff.
Martin Edmonds currently a non-scoring ST suspension car. How does that make you feel, Andy?
Awesome. Ecstatic. Fantastic.
Down in 13th position, battling with the 3rd of the Samsung cars, Richard Daroche. That pit lane start may have worked out for Richard. He's up to 12th place. Avoided a lot of the carnage that happened on lap 1.
I was going to say.
Lachlan Nichols trailing rookie Daniel Hilardes for 5th position. Lachlan still having a pretty good time in 6th there. Good work. And then behind them is Jesse Hampton. Yeah. Looks like
That boy's running on
Yevgeny.
fumes.
It's got to be a weird. It's a weird fuel strategy from Jesse Hampton, that's for sure. Please
Hampton
comment
races
below,
season.
Mr. Hampton.
Indeed, or we'll ship you to Hamilton.
Looks like Martin's going to get it done. Holy shit, that was close.
Or DeRoche gonna get done? No, he's
Oh,
too wide. Too
whoa.
wide. Oh!
These guys.
Richard,
need
a
the
little
radar,
bit lucky he
Gucci,
stole the
whatever.
front wing after that.
Holy.
Every time their tires touch, I'm given the impression like when you're at the dentist and he puts the abrasive rubberized wheel on the thing and polishes your teeth. That's what I imagine is happening.
It's quite the screech, I'll tell you, when you touch tires.
And behind them, I believe that is John Barker, who his alternate pit stop strategy I don't think has really worked out for him. He was running pretty solidly in the top 10 and is now back in 14th position.
I don't think he had a strategy. He was just winging it.
Ugh. That's the worst way of doing it.
Fill her up.
To the window, to the wall. That's where your car goes.
Mr. John Barker, you have to trust the process.
Maybe he went in and had the windshield wiped and all that, you know, full service while he was in there.
The full service pit stop.
Yeah.
Mike, I
Costs a
got
little
some
extra,
money
but-
in the bank results if you're interested.
Sure.
Rey Mysterio beat Samoa Joe.
That's the wrong idea.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I can see maybe where they're going with something. And on, would you like to know who Miss Money in the Bank is?
Hit me.
Bailey.
Bailey.
They actually made a goddamn right decision. I don't understand what's
Well,
going. What world are we living in?
Well, with Sasha Banks is threatening not to sign, and there was a car there
Yeah.
off, but it looks like it was someone who was a lap down. So we're not going to
It's just up somebody up on blocks in the driveway. Probably got the grass too high. But
Well,
you can't tell Uncle Daddy what to do.
They probably did that as a way of both soothing the ego of Banks and Bailey.
I'm hoping, but I would like Banks to sit out a contract.
I would as well. I'd like them all to sit out their contract, frankly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand it's not.
Well, hello.
Hilardies gets into the back of Lachlan Nichols and gets.
That was no laughing matter.
Indeed. You know what is somewhat of a laughing matter though. Lachlan Nichols is top 5.
I mean, you say that, but he's clearly the fastest Southern Papua New Guinean on the planet.
It's not hard. Not hard.
Also, send me that cassowary, man. I got neighbors that need a little drunk bird juice on their hands. Seriously, if anybody doesn't know what a cassowary is or what happens when they fermented berries off the fucking bush, look that shit up. It's a good time. It's a quality read.
It looks like we got an answer on whether Jesse Hampton could go on one stop. It looks like he's been in and out of the pits again and is down in 13th. So, not really sure what to consider his strategy, to be honest. I don't really know where he was at the start of the race. So it's kind of hard to say if he went forward or not.
What do you mean? That's why we pay you to do these things,
He's
so you remember
definitely going
everything.
forwards, otherwise he'd be in reverse, right?
I mean, positionally speaking.
Oh, right. Just checking.
Yeah, I would have to assume that if you can't finish the whole race on one tank of gas, it's not worth going super deep for because you're just going to come out of the pits way behind everyone else.
Yeah, it looks like
Back
he did do 2 fuel stops, so he just kind of had different timings. Might have actually done 3 stops, like we said. He might have short-filled on a damage stop to get a new front wing or something. There was a lot of, argy-bargy early on in the race, so definitely the idea that his car picked up damage is not a far-fetched idea.
Mm-hmm. I would assume that maybe if you could squeeze it out to go, 10 minutes ahead of everyone else, or beyond everyone else, and then fuel up, that you'd have an advantage.
Well, he did get about 10 minutes beyond, of course.
You'd lose it on the tyres, though, because you'd be losing so much pace because the tyres are worn. It doesn't
Well, you
always
just gotta go
work out.
super duper fast.
Oh, the
That's
tires.
not easy when you're sliding
really
around.
He's sliding around like a stripper on a weekend.
A quick standings rundown now that in theory all the fuel stops are done with. Mike Stockmill leads from Vinnie Roberts, Eric Friesen, Mike Davies, Lachlan Nichols, Daniel Hilarities, Andy Blade, Sean Kenny, Wesley Stokes, Josiah Jerome. That is your top 10. Further back, we have Martin Edmonds, Richard Roche, Jesse Hampton, John Barker, and it looks like Sean Kenny slips up the inside of Andy Blade, but Andy's going to have the inside run into this next turn.
Me in the
Can
mirror.
he make it work? No. For now, Sean Kenny
baby.
holds 7th place. Further back, it was, as I said, Jesse Hampton 13th, John Barker, Yevgeny Lazarenko, James Butler, Mike McCracken, Dennis Meissner, Nathan Edward, and John Picha, your 20 running cars. 3 cars have been DNF'd in this race. That is Ben Davis for Team Exide Batteries, and the 2 Castrol cars of Dominic Dornenberg and Visar Giaccoli.
You got half those wrong. What's wrong with you?
Wrong.
Are you drunk?
Not at all.
Are you cross-eyed?
Not yet.
Come on.
Getting there.
I have once again had a slight error in playback, so once I'm running, I will give you guys a timestamp, and you tell me when you've caught up.
What
and keep commenting.
in the heck are you doing here? This is
I don't
supposed to
know.
be a semi-professional operation.
Is this some amateur hour?
Son of a bee sting.
This could be someone draining my internet for unapproved applications.
Well, you tell that sister neighbor of yours you got to get off the internet
I
and stop
am
downloading all
paused
that
at
bug
6
porn.
minutes and 51 seconds left in the race. Please tell me when you're ready.
I will probably alert you roughly as when you might need to activate your force field. Right now we're
Coming
watching
up.
Juan Barcadero
Coming
do
up.
boss things in
Coming
the boss
up.
car.
Get ready.
And then you should probably activate right
Go.
now.
All right, I'm back with you guys. John
don't
Barker
believe you.
in 14th position, putting the pressure on teammate Jesse Hampton. Very weird, very rude of John Barker to put the pressure on the only boss car that's really had anything interesting to do all race.
All this commentary kind of makes me want to build new tracks on Trackmania. I say we have a Trackmania Friday night drop in.
Need to do a track called Money in the Bank.
I can do that. It'll be the most effed up looking M-shaped track in the world.
It has to have like a giant peak in the middle of the M.
Yeah.
All right, Daniel Hilardi is putting the pressure on our favorite Australian Lachlan Nichols for 5th position.
Hell yeah.
Can
Wait,
he
Australian?
get the job done. He is
You
Australian.
didn't have to.
If you didn't tell me he was Australian, I instantly hate him.
Lachlan just screwed up.
I
Gave
know
him the
Lachlan
position.
did not do a good job of defending that position, and Hilardi's is up into the top 5.
Dang it, Lolchan.
He's up and gone.
Lachlan,
seems to be pulling him in
Lolchan,
quick
Nichols.
there, though.
Lachlan's definitely got some pace in these cars. He just doesn't
Must have
seem...
a very low wing on it.
Could be a very low wing part of the deal there. Sean Kenny in the background with Andy Blade and Wesley Stokes battling over 7th position.
Because look how fast he pulled him back on that straight. There's definitely 2 wings going on here. Yeah.
Could be that Hilardi's has a relatively high wing.
Yeah.
See, this straightaway then should play to Lachlan's advantage if we are correct on the wing differential.
We're always correct,
Never
I
wrong.
think.
Daniel trying to break the draft, and yeah, he just cruises right by him.
Yeah. I'm going with that.
Lachlan Nichols running theoretically a much lower wing than his opponent here, Daniel Hilardi's. That is giving him advantages in some spot. Also, it should be mentioned.
Nope.
It would make sense also on the after the race. We were, of course, we're talking about who had the purple sectors, and Lachlan's 3rd sector was the fastest of all. And of course,
Probably
oh, contact.
And I think that's where he struggles on the more complex sections, you know, where you need that downforce.
You saying he doesn't deal well with things that
Complexity.
require talent?
I didn't quite say that.
I think his setup deals poorly with things that require talent.
You can just see the difference in the tighter corners, how
Well,
Hilardi's
that
is,
motherfucker
pulling
just
back
jacked
in a
up
bit.
on cassowary meat and goddamn grape juice, and then you can't be fucking with that.
And it would explain why Lachlan was able to put up the best 3rd sector of all, because of course the 3rd sector is largely a straightaway.
But I know people won't talk about it too much, the wings, because it's team secret and all that.
Hush, hush.
Take these broken wing setups and learn to drive again.
I know that too.
Learn to drive
Samsung
so
was running
free.
a couple of different wing combinations, but since Daniel is new to the team, he was not involved in the briefing, so I could not tell you if I wanted to what he's running.
That was a goddamn quality parody, and you dumb motherfuckers don't even pop for nothing. I hate you both.
We're doing race nerd shit.
I was a race nerd, goddamn fucking... Ah, you're both fired.
It was pretty good, but you know.
It was
fired.
not your best work, but it was up there.
You listen, I disagree.
You've had some
better than I could do,
fantastic
put it that
parodies.
I will posit that it is not any of the drug parodies that I've done, but
The drug parodies are the best.
I can't wait for your mom to get sober. I don't know what the words are.
Also, your drunk chase songs were also.
Yeah, that's true. If you don't blow me right now.
Okay,
But back to the race.
Are you going to finish that?
No, not here. You gotta
Let's
pay
just
for
leave
this.
it right there.
It's a teaser.
That's the teaser right there. You can get the
Always
full.
leave them wanting more.
You can
You
get
gotta
the
pay
you can
extra
get
for the
the
full
you
meal
can
deal.
get the full song for the low price of $19.99 with a subscription to the Byron Dirksen Experience.
Several
Is it
installments
on
of
the Apple
$19.99.
Store?
Not yet.
You get it on there, boy.
Daniel Hilarities trying to make backup ground on Lachlan Nichols, but of course, if our hypothesis is correct, this is the part of the track where Nichols will pull away due to the low downforce. Mike Davies trying to do the same actually against Eric Friesen, so a lot of Exide versus Samsung battling going on right now on the track. Exide having a great day with first, third, and fifth place locked up at the moment. We are approaching probably the final lap, I would imagine. Just doing the quick math in my head. Yes. So this will be the last lap of the race.
1 + 3 is 4 quick maths.
And it looks like Vinnie Roberts in the pit lane as he is dropping like a stone. So late pit stop from the Castrol driver. How do you feel about this, Andy?
I'm just appalled.
Why?
Andy, at
Byron
what
is
point
out.
does your car just totally explode? That's what
Andy,
what
the
I'm
obvious
after here.
question here is, as Castrol is the only fuel company of the sponsors, how do you explain that your team was the one that made the fuel miscalculations?
Oh, snap.
I just cannot answer that. I've no idea what was going on.
Fumes for the fume god.
Vinny
He
has
did screw something up.
Vinny has rejoined the race in fourth position ahead of Lachlan Nichols, but that has promoted Eric Friesen and Mike Davies up a spot each, although Mike Davies has taken Eric Friesen, so he's up to second now, but they are still fighting. Daniel Hilarities trying to go on the attack against Lachlan Nichols. Ahead of them, you can see Vinnie Roberts has rejoined ahead of them. So we're coming down to the finals here. Can Mike Davies get the job done, or are we looking at an Exide battery 1-2 here in Chang?
Hell of a wiggle
They
on
may
them.
exceed your expectations.
They may exceed my expectations. They already have. Because Eric Friesen, of course, was terrible during the juniors, and we were assuming that would carry on to the F4s.
Whoa, hurtful. Eric Friesen is a quality human
He did a very
being.
good job. Why are you picking on him? That's just
He
brutal.
did a terrible job in the juniors. Terrible.
That's
It
like
should be-
being mean to Paul for no reason. Why would you do that?
I'm
I mean, you
totally
could
gonna
probably
post
answer
up
that
the
question,
Ray
Ed.
Stevens.
I probably.
Oh, look at this! Eric's
block.
Eric is no, he's not blocking. He's trying to break the draft. It's
Not
not
the
working though. Can Davies get the job done? And it cuts away right when Davies gets second
Quality.
place.
Told you should have had the new one.
Lachlan Nichols is up on the back of Vinnie Roberts. If he can get by, this day is just going to get worse for Team Castrol.
We're watching somebody more important anyway right now.
Andy
so.
Blade trying to put the pressure on. There is Vinnie Roberts. Can he hold
Go,
on
Vinny.
to it? It
And
looks
his car
like he
mysteriously
will.
explodes.
Go,
Vinnie
Vinny!
Roberts coming across the line. Can he hold fourth place against
Vincenzo.
Lachlan Nichols? It looks like he can, despite the extra pit stop, get home in 4th place ahead of Nichols and Hilarides.
Jesus, what the hell?
That's a hell of a weave across the line. Sean Kenny 7th, Andy Blade in
Listen,
position.
that's a bigger weave than Shaniqua.
And Wesley Stokes in 9th. Martin Evans is caught up to teammate Josiah Jerome for 10th place. At this point, you got to think that the team orders are to not go for the overtake, though, and just let Josiah have 10th place. Because the last thing that the last thing ST suspension needs is to take each other out. Something they've almost done
Martin
several times in this race.
Dispenser.
They're capable of it.
Martin uses the poutine dispenser to hose down Jerome's car and thus wins.
Richard DeRoche bringing it home in 12th place for Team Samsung ahead of the top boss car. That is John Barker and then Jesse Hampton. Not a good day for the boss crew. And there is their 3rd scoring car, actually, Yevgeny Lazarenko coming across the line.
Like Travis, so Travis's fault.
Yevgeny.
So there are your final results. It is the Exide battery team taking 1st, 3rd, and 5th with Mike Stockmill, Eric Friesen, and Lachlan Nichols. Samsung takes 2nd with Mike Davies, Daniel Hilarides in 6th. Richard DeRoche is 12th for the team. Then it is Team Boss, or Team Castrol with Vinnie Roberts in 4th, Andy Blade in 8th, and those are your only 2 scoring cars, as we lost all the other Castrol cars from the race. Following that, we have the ST suspension crew, 7th for Sean Kenny, 9th for Wesley Stokes, 10th for Josiah Jerome, and the Boss crew, really not a good day for them. John Barker, Jesse Hampton, Yevgeny Lazarenko, 13th, 14th, and 15th. And a couple of other finishers, including Martin Edmonds in 11th, James Butler 16th, Mike McGracken 17th, John Peach 18th, and 19th for Dennis Meissner. Although I think Meissner might have also DNF'd. So it might have just been 18 finishers.
I think he did, yeah.
There you go.
He did.
Our next round is Indianapolis of the F4s. I believe that is the one we are prepping for.
Nope. I've had a word with Martin. We're going to race trophy trucks on Macau.
That would not be something he would agree to.
What? I mean, even with all the bribery?
We also don't have trophy trucks in the game.
It's lame.
Anyways, that is all for the F4s this week. Next one we'll have... we got the DTMs coming up, though we won't be doing commentary on that. Or at least I don't believe it's planned. And we've got the Porsches coming up. Yeah. Oh, and the Academy Underclass next Saturday.
Oh, that should be good.
Indeed, looking forward to that. I think this season will be even better than last season. And I'll leave you with that thought.